Hi there and welcome to your mindfulness practice. My name is Tové Kane. I wanted to do this earlier for you today, but in fact I nearly bailed altogether. I woke up and I was really quite inflamed. I have fibromyalgia and sometimes my face gets really swollen. It's one of the, I suppose, the only single tells that gives people an indication of how I'm going, because on other days, if my face isn't swollen, but I still have all my other back pains and hand and neck and leg and hip and headaches and IBS and all sorts of uncomfortable realities, you wouldn't know that I had something like that. And I recognize that there are people with far worse, that there are enormous challenges that people face. But the reason I wanted to show up anyway was twofold. The first is, last week I saw the comedian and actress Miranda Hart sharing on one of her, she calls them chambles, and I think it's absolutely delightful. So for Miranda, a chamble is a chat and a ramble. She's just fabulous. Have a look for it. Anyhow, she was talking about the connection between chronic illness and lockdown and drawing the similarity between the two. And as a person who suffers from a chronic illness, it really resonated for me. I really responded to it because I thought, here is somebody who really gets what it's like, who understands what it's like almost with a chronic illness to be in your own personal lockdown. So for those people who are feeling trapped and frustrated and really quite uncomfortable in this lockdown as a result of COVID-19, perhaps you will have a sense then, if you are one of those people, might have a sense of what it's like for those around you who suffer from a chronic illness. Because that feeling of frustration, that entrapment and wanting to do something else and not being able to, that is quite a good connection that Miranda drew between lockdown and chronic illness. And I really love that she did that she drew the analogy, and she's just fantastic. She's also always good for a giggle, and that's one of my favorite things to do as well. So I thought, you know what, these commitments that we make to ourselves and to others to show up, especially during COVID-19, I think it's important because it's here where we need each other the most, isn't it? So I thought I would just do a quick 5-minute relaxation with you, despite not feeling my very best myself today. And if you are suffering from an illness of any description, whether it's mental, emotional, or physical, I want you to know that there are others who understand that and who get that. And I hope that you're able to share these meditations, these mindful moments, and it might be beneficial to do that. Riley's sitting with me in the studio today, and he's a person who is a Weimaraner, and anybody who's had a dog like that knows these are the emotional dogs of the top of the pile, really. So he can get very sad and very serious, but I tell you what, you get him to move and he feels quite uplifted. And there's something of a liberation that I'm hoping to bring you today in this mindful moment, to liberate you from that feeling of being stuck or trapped. And let's consider that we are safe and not stuck. So let's breathe in together this mindful moment. In through the nose and out through the nose. A deep breath transitioning from that moment to this moment. And release. And have a sense of just letting go and arriving in this moment such as it is, such as you are. And drawing your awareness inside now, away from the world out there, away from the thoughts in your mind. And dropping into this heartfelt moment. Just notice the breath. Become aware of how that is more appreciated simply because you noticed it. So sense how the body feels in the simplicity of just breathing. And if thoughts arise in your mind, you can always return to them. But first return just to the breath, simply noticing the air coming into the body. And leaving the body. Have a sense of your whole body now, just letting go and relaxing. Just let go and relax. And just become aware of a sense of gratitude for this moment. That you came to this moment and experienced it just as it is. Not as a half measure full of regret or anxiety about the future. Just being present here. And there you are. Just a few minutes to be. And sometimes that's all it takes. You don't always have to be with a huge, big, deep intention. It can just be a moment of mindfulness. Be kind to yourself and those around you.